Hello and thanks for joining us. This is the Signature TV 30 Minutes. I am Damilola Abudu. In the headlines, Lieutenant General Buratai bows out, hands over to Major General Ibrahim Attahiru. Northern Group back Ohanaeze, wants review of service chief's appointment. Adamawa apologizes for hoodlums' invasion of NYSC camp. Now the details. The Coalition of Northern Elders for Peace and Development has backed Ohanaeze Ndigbo in faulting the exclusion of Southeasterner in the appointment of national security chiefs, appealing to President Muhammadu Buhari to review the appointments. The coalition's national coordinator, Zana Goni, appealed for calm, saying that it would mount pressure on the president to include an Igbo person in the national security architecture. Goni pleaded the support of the Northern Group to Ohanaeze Ndigbo on their position over the appointment of the new service chiefs. He appealed to the president for a review of the appointments to accommodate those he described as our Igbo brothers from the Southeast region, in line with the federal character principle of the country. Goni further stated that the composition of the service chiefs resulted to mixed feelings and sincere concerns, adding that reviewing the appointments will make the designers of our country happy. The outgoing Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General TY Buratai, has advised the military to be apolitical and continue with their professional and constitutional roles. Lieutenant General TY Buratai stated this at the handing over to new Army Chief Major General Ibrahim Attahiru on Thursday at the Army Headquarters, Abuja. The new Chief of Staff, who accepted the office with joy, ordered a standing ovation for his predecessor. In his farewell speech, Lieutenant General Buratai summarized his achievements to include improved professionalism in the Nigerian Army, improved responsiveness to training operational and logistics needs, and responsiveness to Nigerian democratic practices. He wished the new Army Chief a successful tenure and advised the press to always put national interest first in their reportage. Lieutenant General Buratai appreciated President Muhammadu Buhari, especially senior officers of the Nigerian Army, and the press for their unwavering cooperation and support.
I'm also proud that my vision for the Nigerian Army has been achieved. Exactly 66 months ago, I made my vision for the Nigerian Army as to have a professionally responsive Nigerian Army in the discharge of its constitutional roles. I am therefore glad that today we truly have a professional and responsive Nigerian Army. I wish the new Chief of Army Staff, Major General Ibrahim Attahiru, well. I believe his experience, knowledge, and wisdom will carry him along in the discharge of his tasks diligently and professionally. I will put you in prayers and wish you a very successful tenure.
My gratitude goes to Almighty Allah and to the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President Muhammadu Buhari, for finding me worthy and appointing me as the Chief of Army Staff. I am equally indebted to the outgoing Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General TY Buratai, my boss and mentor, for making my nomination and subsequent appointment a reality. Sir, words cannot express my sincere appreciation. As your time in the service of our great nation ends today, all officers, soldiers, and their families, as well as the generality of Nigerians, will fondly remember you for your numerous achievements and legacies, which no doubt will outlive you. I wish to state that I also consider myself lucky to be taking over from you despite the very big shoes you are leaving behind for me to fill. In this regard, I will continue to count on your advice and support as I pilot the affairs of the Nigerian Army.
The new Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Ibrahim, has assured Nigerians that the security challenges currently ravaging the country will soon be a thing of the past. Ibrahim gave the assurance on Wednesday after the newly appointed service chiefs met with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja. The Chief of Defense Staff, who spoke on behalf of the newly appointed service chiefs, while addressing the State House correspondents on the meeting with President Buhari, said the expectation of Mr. President is that they must do everything possible to add value to the security disposition. He added that they were quite mindful of that expectations and will work collectively to achieve it. He further said that at this stage, they can only pledge their utmost best to bring safety and security of lives and property across the country. The President has charged the new service chiefs to be patriotic and serve the country well. The Oni of Ife, Obadeyeye Uguwusi, has urged popular Yoruba rights activist Sunday Adeyemo, well known as Sunday Igboho, not to take laws into his hands. The monarch said though Igboho has done well to speak for the downtrodden, it was time he allowed the constituted authorities, including the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde, to take charge and handle the security challenges in the state. Oba Ogunwusi, who recently met with President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja on insecurity in the southwest zone, said the current situation must not be exaggerated, all in the name of politics. The Commissioner of Police in Imo State, Nasiru Muhammad, has said some officers of the state command in the state have been arrested for assaulting 5 civilians in Olu. The Commissioner confirmed the arrest in a statement issued by the spokesman of the command, Superintendent of Police Orlando Ikeoku, on Thursday. Mohammed said the officers were seen in a viral video committing the act at Banana Junction in Olu. Mohammed condemned the inhumane treatment and assault on yet-to-be-identified person in the viral video. He said disciplinary action was being taken against the officers, whose conduct was deemed unprofessional. He advised the public to report any unprofessional conduct of officers of the command to the Assistant Commissioner of Police, Ex-Squad, Public Complaints Bureau, or to the Office of the Commissioner of Police. The command, while condemning the action, informed the general public that the officers have been identified, arrested, and disciplinary action commenced. Adamawa State Governor Amadu Fintiri has apologized to the National Youth Service Corps for the invasion of its orientation camp in the state by hoodlums. The camp was invaded and vandalized by the hoodlums during the NSAS protest of October 2020. Fintiri, who described the incident as unfortunate, said the state intervened swiftly to fix the damage done and also replace some of the items stolen by the hoodlums. He said this on Wednesday when he received the NYC Director General, Brigadier General Suaibu Ibrahim, at the Government House, Yola. The governor promised to ensure a conducive environment for corps members whom he said have been contributing to the state's socio-economic development. The Director General called for more support from the state through the provision of a perimeter fence and parade ground pavilion, as well as the upgrade of the clinic at the orientation camp. An officer of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, was killed in the early hours of Wednesday by a motorist in the Mile 12 area of Ketu, Lagos State. This was disclosed by the General Manager, LASMA, Olajide Oduyoye, who gave the name of the officer Samson Olawale Akimade. Oduyoye Akimade, who was directing yellow buses at the Demori Junction, had approached the terrorist and urged him to park away from the road. The driver, however, assumed that he was about to be apprehended for obstructing traffic and sped off, knocking off the officer against the concrete culvert on the service lane and dragging him for about 7 meters. He said the officer died at the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, where he was rushed after sustaining various degrees of injury. The Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Federal Character Commission, Muhiba Dankaka, has been accused of carrying out a secret recruitment and giving majority of the slots to a kinsman from Kwara State, in breach of Federal Character Act. In a petition dated December 10, 2020, and addressed to the President, it was alleged that Dankaka unilaterally recruited 22 employees, out of which 11 of the victims were from a senatorial district in Kwara State. The commissioners also accused Dankaka of relegating them in all decisions in the commission. The petition, which was signed by 20 out of the 37 Federal Character Commission commissioners, titled Brazen Breach of the Provisions of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, Federal Character Commission Establishment Act and gross abuse of the office by the chairman, request for urgent intervention by President Buhari to salvage the image of federal government and the commission. Dankaka in a response said the commissioners were only angry because she refused to give them slots, adding that she did not do any recruitment within the commission. The Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Mele Kyari, says the corporation will remain transparent and accountable at all times. He stated this while receiving the Government Agency of the Year 2020 Transparency Award on behalf of the oil firm. Spokesperson of the corporation, Kenny Obateru, said in a statement issued in Abuja on Wednesday that the award was presented to NNPC by the New Telegraph newspaper. Kyari, who said the corporation had since realized that it paid to be transparent and accountable at all times, said the interest of the media in the activities of the corporation and the oil and gas sector was a welcome development. Managing Director and Editor-in-Chief, New Telegraph, Ayodele Aminu, who presented the award to the NNPC, said the corporation's emergence as the most transparent government agency in 2020 was based on their recent openness and accountability to the public, as evidenced by the publication of its 2018 and 2019 audited financial statements. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, said on Wednesday that the consumption of renewable energy cannot come anywhere close to overtaking the oil and gas usage in decades. The Secretary General of OPEC, Mohamed Bakindo, said this in his special address at the S&P Global Platts Americans Petroleum and Energy Conference with the theme, The Pursuit of Global Multilateralism to help drive the global energy transition. Bakindo observed that there were some who believed the oil and gas industries should not be part of the energy future, but should be concerned with the past, and that the future was one that could be dominated by renewables and electric vehicles. He said that many OPEC member countries have great solar and wind resources, and huge investments have been made in the field. He added, however, that oil and gas combined are forecast to still supply over 50% of the world's energy need by 2021. On stock market, after a 5 consecutive losing streak by the Nigerian Stock Exchange last week, the floor bounced back to gaining path this week. At the close of business on Thursday, investors gained 124.8 billion naira. The market capital rose from 21.9 trillion naira on Wednesday to 22 trillion on Thursday. As a result, the all-share index closed at 42,169.41 points, a shift from 41,930.73 points. The volume of transacted in stocks rose to 555.3 million from 543.5 million traded on Wednesday. The value, however, fell from 7.3 billion naira to 5.7 billion. On the activity chart, 29 gainers and 22 losers were recorded at the closing of trading. WAPCO shares was the most traded. It traded 23.5 million shares in 464 deals. Zenith Bank followed, having 441 deals with a volume of 35.2 million shares. Julius Berger was the top gainer among the 29 other gainers, while Academy was on top among the losers. Popular American actress Cloris Leachman has died at 94 of natural causes on Tuesday in California. The Oscar and multiple Emmy winner is best remembered as the delightful neurotic Phyllis Lindstrom on The Mary Tyler Moore Show and her own subsequent sitcom. A longtime manager, Juliet Green, said it was a privilege to work with Cloris Leachman, one of the most fearless actresses of all time. The actress won a total of 8 Primetime Emmys, both for drama and comedy, and 1 Daytime Emmy. Her open all-American look took her through several decades in a wide variety of roles on Broadway and early television, as well as more than 40 movies, where she moved easily from leading roles to character parts. Leachman was inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame in 2011. Before we end the news, a recap of our headlines again. Lieutenant General TY Buratai bows out, hands over to Major General Ibrahim Attahiru. Northern Group backs Ohanaeze, wants review of service chief appointments. Adamawa apologizes for hoodlums invasion of NYC camp. The second wave of COVID-19 is projected to go up at this time of this year. Please do well to stay safe, maintain physical and social distance, and wear a face mask while going about your activities. That's the Signature TV 30 Minutes. On behalf of my producer, Obi Chiboise, I am Damilala Abudu. Thanks for watching.